Mr. Rogers shares about what is important when it comes to other people. He says rarely what we see is essential. It's what we don't see that's important. Check it out. Be sure to subscribe and press alert to get new notifications of new success secrets made available on VFN TV. Welcome to VFN TV. I'm Greg Lancaster. Joining me is John Ramos.
Hello.
We just want to start out with a little song, right?
Come on.
What a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? How's it go next?
I don't know the next one.
Always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. Da da. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
There you go,
I'm
man.
gonna zip up my sweater, change my
shoes.
Yeah, we're talking about Mr. Rogers. You know,
Classic Mr. Rogers.
There it is, Mr. Rogers. We're so excited about our new book, I Will Fight, Strategies for Your Success. You gotta have a strategy and you gotta fight. It's not about a physical fight, but you gotta fight. And guess what? If you fight, you win. You'll be successful. This book is about transforming your thoughts, about what your beliefs, the decisions that you're making, about speaking. What you say is so powerful, and what you do, what you're saying, your actions you take. And quitting, don't quit. Listen, success and failure quite often is just 5 more minutes. And finally, think about this. So many people talk about you should do this, and you should do this, and you should do this. And look what they're doing. They're not doing nothing. You can't let people tell you you should do this. As a matter of fact, they can't be putting their should on you. This is so important. Listen, we want to bless you with your free copy of I Will Fight, Strategies for Your Success. You can get it at vfnkb.com. That's vfnkb.com. Get your free copy today. And this man impacted so many people's lives. And as a minister, we're going to hear a little bit about his life today. But he has a new documentary. Well, he don't, but there's a new documentary out that his wife was a part of help producing.
I didn't even know he was a minister. How awesome.
Yes. Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
What does Francis Assisi say about that?
Francis of Assisi said, preach the gospel all the time, but when necessary, use words.
That's so important. That's what he did.
Yeah.
You know, he totally did that. His occupation was a children's television presenter, actor, puppeteer. The puppet, singer, composer. He wrote all that music. He wrote all that script.
Did he?
Television producer, author, educator, and Presbyterian minister. And this documentary just went out on his life. It's entitled, the title of it is, Won't You Be My Neighbor? And it's like the 13th largest grossing documentary in the history of documentaries in the world. I think it's at 20 million, and that's just in like 52 days.
That's amazing.
It's at 20 million in 52 days.
That's awesome.
If you want to feel good, I'm telling you, you want to go probably see this documentary. I got a chance to see it yet, but we saw a lot of his life. You're fixing to hear some things, as a matter of fact, right now. And he's being interviewed by Charlie Rose, and he's asking the question to him, how does this thing work? And he's talking very specifically, and it's very profound. We're going to show you why it's important. Understanding from a Christian perspective what he's saying is, he says, what you're seeing, what you see with people, that's not really what's there. It's what's behind what you're seeing. As a matter of fact, listen up.
I have a little plaque beside my chair upstairs in the office that says, what is essential is invisible to the eye. That may sound like something strange for somebody who works in television, but the older I get, the more important I know that is.
Why is it important?
Because what we see is rarely what is essential. What's behind your face is what's essential.
You talked about what's essential is what you can't see. What can't we see about you that's essential to you, to understanding you?
Well, you can't see my my spiritual life unless you ask me about it. You don't see my family life unless you ask me about it. I mean, it seems to me, Charlie, that the things that are center stage are rarely the things that are the most important. It's usually what happens over in the wings.
It's usually what happens over in the wings. This is so important because so many people are worried about their clothes, what their hair looks like. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about.
Hey,
We're not.
stylish. But
Yeah.
it reminds me what Jesus said, you know, about in the scriptures.
We
About
have it right here.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Put this up. I want you to see this. Cue up 4594.
Well, look not unto the things that are seen, but to the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are transient, but the things that are unseen are eternal. 2 Corinthians 4:18.
So we're spirits that have
Yeah.
bodies that possess a soul. And so many people, John, are worried about the outside of their life. They spend their whole life trying to make the outside, while the inside they're falling apart. And people don't understand. God's focused on the inner parts of you, your
Not
heart.
the
your
outside
spirit.
of the cup, right?
Yeah.
It's the heart.
But how many people, John, are miserable?
Yeah.
Because they're trying to figure out how to, they're changing the outside. They're on some weight loss program, some
Yeah.
exercise program, changing their jobs, changing their car, but the inside they're falling apart. They're hurting. They're depressed. Listen, it's just like Mr. Rogers said. The most important part of you is the part that nobody sees, that you feel and you sense, your emotions, your soul, what you think, what you want, and what you feel. So I want to encourage you, just like Mr. Rogers talked about, begin to focus on people, your loved ones like that, your coworkers, your family, and realize people could look all right on the outside, but could be falling apart on the inside.
We've seen it so many times in Hollywood. We've seen it so many times with business folks
Yes.
that you would think with wealth and prosperity and things and stuff, but they're jumping out of buildings and they're doing crazy things to themselves. You got to get healed on the inside. Really focus on that.
That's so important. We want to hear from you. If that's you, comment below. We want to hear about that. Write to us at friends@vfnkb.com. Be sure to subscribe and press alert to get new notifications of new success secrets made available on VFN TV. You know, a lot of people want to abide with the Lord, but they just don't have a plan to do it. You can request that plan today at iabide.org. I'm your host, Greg Lancaster, and we're so glad that you've joined us. Don't forget you can join us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Download our app and sign up for our newsletter, The Torch, at vfnkb.com. I've enjoyed our time together. God bless.